So this is our shop space. This is the third space that we've been in. It's around 18,000 square feet. We have 2 acres of yard space as well, which has really been good for us as a company because we can now store projects. It gives us a bit more of a buffer when we're organizing our production schedule. So the outside space is really helpful. This project here, this is a single family home heading towards West Van. They're just working on the foundation right now. So once that's done in a few weeks, we'll be heading out to install that. So this is kind of our typical wall assembly. So we got on the exterior here, this is a 7/8 wood fiber board. What this is it's basically compressed wood fiber with paraffin. This comes over from Europe. It's a product called Agapan, but there's quite a few different options over there. We get this shipped in. There isn't actually any European or North American manufacturers. Like I said, the interior surface here, this plywood, this is taped to form our air barrier and vapor barrier. So this will be the primary air barrier on the project. 2x8 framing. As you can see on this wall, it's a long wall. It's over 16 feet long, so we'll switch to LVL in those instances. We don't like to splice plates on breaks like that, so we'll end up with a longer wall. This wall here actually is kind of interesting. This is LSL studs. It's a tall wall, around 20 feet tall. This is going to go in the stairwell. It's a big open glazed unit. And then these are how the panels will appear to site. So this is your exterior membrane. You get this tail. This tail will lack down onto the lower panel, taped on site, and then sealed in your air barrier. Your weather barrier is sorted then for the project. Insulation. The insulation is blown in through the bottom plates. So drill a 4-inch hole in here. We'll spray dense pack insulation, often either cellulose or recycled glass fiber, whichever kind of the project specification demands. And then the puck's reinstalled and then taped over. Yeah. So on the top of these panels, this will be the top of the panel. So once it's on site, once the strap comes out, the strap goes down through the studs, picks it up. Once the strap comes out, this can get pulled off and taped. So even in the rain, as long as you're reinstalling this tape, your panels are dry then. It's kind of just a quality control methodology. And then, as you can see, floors, roofs, a little bit more straightforward. That's what you're typically going to see on site. We just panelize them into whatever system makes the most sense. So we'll put pre-installed beam hangers, joist hangers, then that's to kind of accept the next panel along, and then you build them out from there. Yeah.
So what kind of wood is this here?
So this is, this is Weyerhaeuser Paralam, which is a parallel strand lumber. It's essentially an engineered wood product. So you got LVL, which is a laminated veneer. They have various different properties, but it's kind of the de facto standard in this area, at least as far as I'm aware, for floor systems, is engineered wood beams and engineered I-joists. So here we got like a truss joist here, TJI truss joist. Once we have the shop drawing from the panel, each part here has a production number. So the guys are going to pull in the materials that they need. They're going to cut and mark off the production number once it's been cut. Those products will then get stacked onto a cart, and then once the panel is ready to be made, it will get wheeled over to framing tables, which is what we have over here. And as they've been cut, they're going to bring over the shop drawing. You can carry on, by the way, guys. They'll try not to get in your way. And then they're going to lay everything out. All of the layout is coming from the virtual model. So these beams will already have been laid out by someone in a kind of like a preparation zone. They're going to use this shop drawing. It's got all the details they need. Frame up the panel. Panel will get frame sheathed. If we're building wall panels, like insulated panels, then this shop space will kind of vary, and we'll start the framing on this side, on this table. And then what happens is these tables have the ability to come to the middle and flip. At the moment, we're just building walls, so we're kind of on a different layout. We're building floors, sorry, so on a different layout. But the wall systems would be framed one side, sheathed, flipped, and then once they're sheathed and membrane goes on the other side, they roll out on those rollers to the completion area, where once they're stacked, they'll be insulated.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that kind of concludes the shop space. Thanks for having me on the podcast today, and hopefully you've learned a little bit about our operations here. And yeah, welcome back anytime. We kind of operate an open door policy, so if anyone listening wants to come down to Squamish and check out the shop space or learn a bit about us, then they can reach out, send us an email. Tagpanels.com is our website, and all of the contact info is on there. So yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, thank you.